Yeah, yeah. I find no I gave you what you needing. I know what you like. I feel it coming. Time is of the essence. I try to teach you, but I need some lessons. I need to give it all. I try to live, but I can't. I don't know why you're the one. Turn me out of my mind. You don't need no other body. You don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. You don't need no other body. Say not me the matters of my mind. And I mean it make you free up your mind. Say your body talk to me nice. Say not my love you didn't need for your life. Yeah, I love no be like. Say every day together, yeah, day and night. Yeah, if I leave, you go by. Yeah, if you leave, I go stroking your back, baby. Loving your body, baby. As you're whining your body, baby. So crazy. Loving your body, baby. Girl, you want me to me. I just wanna let you know. Oh, every day I get body. You don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. You don't need no other body. Baby, baby, everybody to say. No one loves you like that. No one wants you the same way. Up till the morning, my head wants to done from your loving. I just wanna get you beside me. Give me all you need, give me all you need, give me all you, give me all you need, give me all you need, give me all. Make I give you all you need, every touch you need, give you all, make I give you all you need, baby. Yeah. You don't need no other body. You don't need no other body. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. Yeah, yeah. You don't need no other body. Girl, I want you there. Girl, I want you there. Promise to treat you love better. Whoa, whoa, whoa. When we touch, I walk the neck. Whoa, 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 whoa. Share this love, I no regret. Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah.
That should hold it for now.
Yeah.
What's your
I am excited to have everyone join me today. Hello, Zoom. All of my Zoom people, how y'all doing today? Everybody on Instagram and Facebook. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So here we come and meet Monday through Thursday at 6 o'clock, and we read some of the amazing to obtain knowledge, because people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And also people destroyed for having the knowledge and not applying it. Having the knowledge and not applying it is just like the lack thereof, because it's almost like you didn't know it because you did not implement what you took in. So we are reading T.D. Jakes' Disruptive Thinking book. We're reading T.D. Jakes' Disruptive Thinking. This is a study guide. The study guide, remember, is on Amazon for $10. And then the book, here's the actual book. The book is on Amazon for about $18. We're giving away 2 study guides for free to anyone that goes to WOD2015CAMP@gmail.com and put 2 things that stood out to you on day 1 and day 2. Make sure you provide your name and address information so that we can mail you your free study guide. So that's only 2 free study guides we're giving away. Also, we have a free book that we're going to give away too. And to get the free book, you need to do the survey. Guys, I took a screenshot of the survey, excuse me. Took a screenshot of the survey and I put it in the Daily Book Read group so that you guys can do the survey. Whoever complete their survey first and either drop it in the group if they want to share it. If they don't want to share it, you can email it to me. You will get your free Disruptive Thinking book. So I'm going to start in the survey first because I mean, this survey will really open up your thought pattern. Like one of the questions in the survey on page 10. So the survey is on page 10. And if you do not have your study guide yet, you can go look in the Daily Book Read group and get the survey for today out of the study guide. I took a picture of it and put it inside the Daily Book Read group on Facebook. So it says, use the following assessments to evaluate your satisfaction with life over the past decades, right? And it says, for question 1, it was how satisfied did you feel with your life and experience 10 years ago? So I thought about it. I'm like, about 10 years ago, probably would have been like maybe 2010, 2013, 2013, because this is 2023, right? I'm really showing my age, y'all. So it would have been about 2013. So I went back to 2010. So I'm a little low. I went back 13 years instead of 10 years. I didn't follow the instructions. I didn't follow the instructions. So I'm gonna tell y'all what I got for 2010. So basically, 2010, I have cheating, working the oil spill. So it was a really, really hardcore job because you had to be in steel toe boots out there in the heat, picking up tar balls, loading booms in the water, and just straight heat for hours a day. Like it was some real hardcore, hot Florida heat, hot weather. I got let's see what else. No peace, very fussy. I was one of those people that impulsively pop off. Like you say something to me, I gotta check the person, and you ain't finna talk to me all kind of way attitude. So that was like, oh God, it's time out for all that because I don't have time for all that. Right now I choose my battles because I already know it's not about proving how tough I am or proving how hard I am or proving, that I can beat this person or out talk this person. I've grown beyond that. But back in 2010, I was still a little immature, feeling like I gotta win every battle. When right now I know I could choose my battle, and if ain't no spoils in it, I definitely ain't going to war. So, fussy, no peace. When I say no peace, probably tormented, in the mind, the thoughts, the way I think. It was not the way that I think right now. So I had to rate myself because it says to rate yourself from a scale of 1 to 10. Totally unsatisfied would be 1, 10 would be totally satisfied. I said, well, I'll put a 1 because I was totally unsatisfied with the way my life worked. I had 2 children. I was married. It was a whole lot of issues going on. I ain't gonna tap into that right now, but it was all kind of things going on. So I was married with no training and had daddy issues, so hadn't dealt with that. So being married with daddy issues is just not dealing with that stuff just makes it even more worse because now you're taking this daddy issues into your marriage and now the marriage got issues. Come on, somebody. See, we don't like to on our part in the situation. We like to put it on the other person. It's because of him, because he cheats, because he's sorry, blah, blah, blah. But we got some part in it too, daddy then abandoned us. Now we got this void trying to fill. And then also we didn't have good examples to teach us how to be wives in our marriage or to teach us how to be groomed as a woman. Pretty much a lot of us raised ourselves, where your parents was working, so you started out early and had to do things on your own and figure it out on your own, which was wrong because you didn't have nobody guiding you in your adolescent stages, where is the most important time for you to be groomed and directed and guided. Now, everybody might not have this testimony. A lot of people might grew up been raised by, some people might have been raised by their grandmama and had some good values and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that to down our parents, because we love our parents and they did the best that they could do. However, in some situations you may have had to go through a lot of adverse situations and figure things out on your own and learn your own way through life in your adolescent stage, which is the most important time of your life, which is between anywhere from newborn all the way going through up until 25 is when the actual brain is fully developed. So those are your most developing stages, where you need guidance, you need direction, and learn, how to advance and be developed properly to become an adult. Age doesn't make you adult, development makes you an adult. And sometimes there's a delay within that development because of adverse situations, trauma, and things that you experience in life. And then when you get in your adulthood, it shows up in the wrong places and at the wrong time because there was a delay in the development. So I gave myself a 1 for that one, the 10 years. I went back to 2013. It should have, 2010, it should have been 2013, but 2013, I still was shaky because I was in a separation. My marriage was in a separation, and then 2014, we finalized the divorce. So boom, I still got a 1. And then 2019, let's see here. So the second question, because I got a little bit ahead of myself. The second question was, how satisfied did you feel with your life and experience 5 years ago? Now, 5 years ago would be 2019. So I was really in a good, not perfect, but good place in 2019. 2019, I felt confident. I know who I was. I was driven, supportive, and very mission driven. So 2019 was really, really great for me. My ministry, Women of Discipline Deliverance Ministry, started in March of 2018. I started Family Adult Sitting Services, which is my company, homemaker and companion service company. I started that in 2018. And so I was very confident. God had already confirmed to me who I was. I went through many years of ministry training as a minister. So 2019 was a really great place to me. It was starting to evolve a little bit. I was getting a little confident in who I am and the flow of things, and assisting a lot of people. I literally moved. I was back in Florida, so I was in Florida 2019, May of 2019, actually, May of 2019. So it was a good place, teaching the children in the kids ministry. I had a lot going on. I had my ministry, I had kids ministry, serving at church. I was building my business, all this, like, it was like boom, boom, boom. And then COVID happened, of course. So the third question, how satisfied do you feel with your life today? Now, today, I gave myself a 7. So I gave myself a 5 with the second question. I was in the middle. I was a little bit satisfied with the 5 years. With the 10 years, a 1, unsatisfied. With the 5 years, a little little satisfied. Now, today, I'm at a 7. I'm still not at a 10. I'm still not at an 8, still not at a 9, still not at the top of the chart. But I give myself a 7 because I'm evolving. I'm rebuilding. I'm being restored. I am healed. I'm more I have more financial literacy, and I'm more financially stable because I could literally say that all of my bills are paid. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten to a point where now I don't have to worry about, is this bill going to get paid? Is this going to take place? Even after coming off of being homeless for 6 months in the pivot. Remember on the last message, I told y'all that when God told me that I had to come back to South Carolina. In my pivot, without support of, some people that I thought would have supported me, which was absolutely okay because it was their choice. But in my pivot, I had to go through a period of being homeless. With that period, bills still were being paid. And the only reason I had to go through a period of being homeless because, not a lot of support with the transition, but I had to wait on the process to get a place. So it was all good. I'm built to handle the storm, and it happened. So right now, I would say a 7. Um, I'm more stable. I'm more understanding. Um, I give more grace now too, because I've experienced and been through a lot. So I give a lot more grace. I probably don't tolerate as much foolishness, but I give grace. I'm no nonsense. I'm always no nonsense. That's why Woman of Discipline is definitely the name for me. When God gave me that name for my ministry through my apostle, he was dead on point because I was definitely groomed for that name. Thank God for it. But yeah, I give grace and I'm more forgiving. And that forgiving part is still growing on me, guys. I'm more forgiving than I was, but I ain't all the way there yet. I'm forgiving enough where I might speak to you. Hey, how you doing? You know, but ain't all the way yet. God's still working on me. God's still working on me, but I still gotta forgive so that he can forgive me. So I would say I rated myself a 7. Now, the last question, I know I'm taking a long time with the survey, guys, but the survey is really, really good. The last question on the survey is, how would you answer that final question? What disruption are you willing to make in your life to bring about a change? And so I put possibly going back to school. Okay, so these classes that I'm taking is stretching me. Oh my God, it's enlarging my territory. It's really, really stretching me. However, it is for a great cause. I'm not going to reveal to y'all why am I taking all these classes? Why am I going through all these training and stuff like that? Why I'm away in training and things like that just yet. However, it is worth it, but it's inspiring me. It's making me want to go back to school just to pursue something that I know I want to do. I'm not going to unveil all of it. Now, school isn't for everybody. And back in the days, I was like, school ain't for me either. However, the Holy Spirit broke the spirit of ignorance off me. So, it's something that I want to do to not going to pursue it for a certain career just because it's something that I want to be more knowledgeable about. If you get it. So it's more like it kind of inspired me where I want to go back just to learn more about a particular area, which will be able to help me with my purpose. So I'm not going back to school so that I could be a doctor or a lawyer and, all that kind of stuff for career purposes. I want to go back to school to learn more about a certain area, which is going to collide with my purpose in life. So that's one thing. And also, because of the transition and certain things that are taking place, I'm going to tear down my company to the foundation. My company is set on the foundation of Jesus Christ anyway, but I'm going to tear it down and rebuild it again. And that's very trying for me because I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in building my homemaker and companion service company. I love my company, guys. It is so amazing. I've done a lot of work to get it done. We were licensed in 2 different region areas. So in Florida, my goal is to get licensed also for South Carolina. That way I'll have Florida and South Carolina set up. But I'm tearing it down, like completely down and making some changes. I'm not going to unveil all of those changes right now, but it's a very challenging thing. So that's something I'm willing to do to disrupt that's a disruption that I'm willing to take. So it's going to be a challenge with what I have going on right now, but I'm willing to do it because I'm for greater purpose. And we're talking about being disruptive in our thinking. Come on, somebody who's not willing to be disruptive in their thinking so that their life can be better. Remember, where's the key point that he said? I want to go back to that key point T. Jakes made. But it was something she needed to prove to herself. A lot of people like to spend time proving things to other people. Why? Why? It's not about them. It's about what could you prove to yourself. Prove it to yourself. T.D. Jakes was saying in the book that his wife went back to school and stayed up to 4 o'clock in the morning studying every night, along with being full-time ministry, which if you ain't never served in a ministry capacity, y'all please don't judge them pastors, them ministers, them leaders, them teachers, don't judge them because it is some hard work. But God gives us the grace to do it. He anoints us to go through it. We love it because we can see the impact on others and we can be a conduit to help change somebody's lives. But it's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice of yourself, your time, your talent, your treasure, everything. So get them a little grace. Get them a little grace. They might not be perfect. They might be flawed, whatever, and all that. But get them a little grace because, however, they answer the call and they're answering their call is going to help you with your call because God placed every member in the pleases him, but he also make it where we are helper one to another. We need each other. We need each other. So get him a little grace. But she was proving it to herself. What are you willing to do to prove to yourself? You know, to prove to yourself. So many people worrying about other people's issues and trying to prove them wrong in their own issues that they ain't even putting the mirror up and looking at their own thing that they need to fix. Like I tell people, I don't worry about my haters and I don't worry about those who talk about me because I'm so busy fixing me. I'm so busy working on me, honey. Honey, I ain't got time to worry about what kind of nails you got. If you got on Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Prada, or whatever, Dolce Gabbana, I ain't got time to worry about all that because I'm working on me. I'm working on proving something to me. I'm not working on proving nothing to my leader or my mentor or none of that. I'm not a people pleaser. I'm pleasing me. I'm working on pleasing me. I want to be able to look in the mirror and say, Dominique, you're done well. I want to be able to look in the mirror and say, you know what? You came over that challenge. You overcome that. Glory goes to God. I don't steal God's glory, but I want to be able to look at myself and say, girl, you did that. You did that. And if somebody else come to me and say, congratulations, that's extra. That is extra. But I want to be able to look at me and say, girl, you did that. Like I look at myself today. Because if we went all the way back, not 10 years, but if we went way back, middle school, elementary school, the struggle was real. Reading made my head hurt. I used to read, couldn't understand the stuff, that I read. So y'all don't know my testimony, but y'all be over here tripping out me when I mix up some of these words. But reading was a struggle. It was a struggle. I might have had some unrecognized disability. I don't know, because I believe everybody in the world got a disability. Some is shown and some is not shown. None of us are perfect in all aspects of our lives. It's just some people ain't bold enough to expose it. And me, I'll expose it. I used to struggle in school. And so, it took for me, of course, to get to Gulf Coast State College, and one of the instructors did a diagnosing of all the students, and she told us the type of learner we were. That helped. Things got a little bit better for me. I actually made my first A in English 1101 because of that instructor. But however, it was a struggle. And so even with this book read, I am proving to myself that as I persevere through the adversity, as I persevere through the challenge, I can become more confident in who I am when it comes to reading. I get a little bit more better every time as I do these little daily book read groups. And I'm just sharing the experience with you to encourage you that you could do it too. You might have struggled in school. You might still be struggling now, but come on these daily book read groups with me, get your little book and chime in and read with me, and we can study together until we get confident together. Okay? So it's all about building you up. It's all about what do you want to prove to yourself, not nobody else. What do you want to prove to yourself? That's powerful. If you love yourself, like Coach always tell us, and I love my coach, Coach Stormy Nicole Wellington. She's an amazing network marketer coach, and she always tell us, love yourself. know yourself, and embrace yourself. And so if you're working on you, you fall in love with you, who you're becoming, you know, who you becoming. Because you got to look at you in the mirror every morning. And when you in that mirror, all your homegirls, all your homeboys, all your friends, all everybody who be cheering you on ain't there with you. And so what you say to yourself first is what's going to matter. If you look in that mirror at yourself like, girl, you look ratchet, you got to do something about that. Like when I was going through my little transition, when I had to transition from Florida to South Carolina, I was like, "Ooh, boy, my hair looks ratchet. My hair, I need a whole transformation with my hair and everything." I said it before anybody else said it because I knew it. I didn't need nobody else to tell me that. But I said it to myself, and then I had to do what's necessary to make that transition. So, just a little quick self-check. Another thing that was here is I am here to show you how to obtain the goals you set for your own life. What goals are you setting for your life? Like one of my goals, guys, all my bills are paid on time. But one of my goals is to pay all my credit card balances to zero. When I say all my bills are paid, the payments that you make on them to make sure your credit stay in good standards are always on time because they're on auto draft. But I want to pay it down to a zero. So I have it as a goal or whatever, which motivates my daily activity. What goal are you setting for yourself? Guys, we're reading this book so that all of us can grow and advance in life, so that all of us will not be destroyed for lack of knowledge. So, what goal are you setting for you? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Doing this survey helps you set goals because now at the end of it, it asks you, what disruption are you willing to make in life to bring about a change? And I put on mine possibly going back to school because I wanted to be more educated in a particular area that's going to collide with my purpose. But I also have on here tearing my business down to the foundation and rebuilding it. That's my goal. And so now that's my goal. It helps me with my daily steps. So see, doing this survey is not just for me to make you say, I did the survey. Doing a survey, it helps you set goals. It helps you think about it. What have I done in the past 10 years? Dang, was I sitting idle? It makes you think. What have I done in the last 5 years? And oh my God, am I really satisfied with it? What have I been stagnant for 10 years? Have I been stagnant for 5 years? Jesus, 10 years have passed and I haven't done nothing with my life except for work and I ain't got nothing to show for it. It makes you think. Have I saved anything in the last 10 years? I've been working all these jobs and making all this money and I ain't saved a quarter. I mean, what future plans do I have? It makes you think. So I'm not here to control you or run your life. I'm just here so that we together, I'm sharing my experience. And so I am excited with the knowledge that we are receiving and I'm applying the knowledge that we're receiving. And I will suggest that you do the same so that we can grow together. My coach always give us little good pointers. She always say, don't eat alone. Don't grow alone. Invite somebody that might need to be here with this book read as we're working on our thinking, who mindset you think might be jacked up. Don't even talk to them about how jacked up their mind is. Just say, girl or homeboy, come join us in the Daily Book Read group. Girl, we're reading this book about disruptive in your thinking. And I'm telling you, since we started reading this book, I have changed the way that I think. I've changed my view on life and how I see things. And I want to share that experience with you. Come join me. Come watch this with me. So guys, just take a look at that survey. Go to that survey and do the survey for you because it's definitely going to change you. We have, I think, 4.5 pages left in chapter 2. But I really don't want to take away from this survey, guys. This survey is what you need to get to that next level. If you feel stuck You feel like your life ain't got no purpose. Let me tell y'all, through Women of Discipline Deliverance Ministry, my mission is to bring an answer to a group of people by teaching and preaching the word of God to affect change in life on earth as it is in heaven. And so heaven is beautiful. It's wonderful. It has everything. There's no lack, insufficient, or nothing. And you want to be in life like that. You want to be able to look at your life and say, girl, you did that. Boy, you did that. And this book, just taking this survey, is going to get you started. It might not be your finish. It might not be your ending, but it could be your starting point. No matter where you start at, you could be starting at 1. Because 2010, 2013, I gave myself a 1. And it's okay to be honest with yourself and say, you know what? I really am at a 1. If you at a 1 right now, you still got breath, which means you can work your way to a 5. And from a 5 to a 7. And from a 7 to a 10. But the question is, what are you willing to do about it? Are you going to debate like those debaters? Or are you going to take over like those disruptive thinkers? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to set some goals for your life? Are you willing to prove something to yourself? What are you willing to do? And so all I can say to you is go back, listen to this video, listen to the survey questions, take some time with yourself, because we be so busy taking care of family. We be so busy ripping and running our businesses, working our jobs. We be so busy that we don't get a few minutes with ourselves. Take some time with yourself. Ask yourself those 3 little questions. They don't even take you 10 minutes to ask yourself these 3 questions. And then end it with that 4th question, which is going to be your game plan. That 4th question is your game plan. How would you answer that final question? What disruption are you willing to make in your life to bring about a change? I'm going to end right there. Love you guys. Have a good day. And I will see y'all tomorrow.